The biggest challenge I find in my 19 years with Procter Gamble is our ability to really rally around the what's next. What is that next disruptive or transformative experience that we want to offer to him or her, meaning our consumers? And that takes an exceptional amount of teamwork and research and partnership. And we're a very lean organization that's also out trying to launch several initiatives and address quality issues in the field as well. So I'm sure several companies are challenged to find this balance between what I call paying the bills versus actually investing toward future innovation and potential white space opportunities or disruptive innovation identification. But I do find once we identify some of those key next steps, or what I think about the next 7 to 10 years from now, it's very, I would say, it's not as hard as most would think to get the leadership in the organization excited about the innovation strategy. I can tell you very proudly that we never stop learning about the consumer. Just because we've launched an innovation out the door and we've defined a specification for what we're actually making and shipping, it doesn't mean that we're done. We're always learning about what is actually happening, how are they really using it, how are the ways that we've designed it potentially falling short of what would be even better, make it an even stronger experience, an even easier product for them to use. We are very driven to make sure that we're improving the lives of our world's consumers. And so even though we've launched, it is a continual survey of how our consumer comments, the online feedback, social media. We have entire teams devoted to continually keeping in touch. And then secondarily, if you look at the extreme opposite end for disruptive concepts and new ideas, we're taking a very, what I would call, lean startup approach, which is think about something that is a transformative experience that consumers would never be able to articulate today, and how can we learn very small and quickly with them? How can we, what I would call, some people call it failure, but it is learning for me. And your first steps will never be perfect. So with every one of those experiments, we're learning on a small base and allowing that consumer voice to really guide us along the way until we feel like we've got something that's really big that can be created on the scale that we need, which may not necessarily be in the tens of millions. Sometimes it's a couple 100,000. It depends on the degree of disruption. But we are always letting the consumer guide us.